Hello students. So today we are going to study the next topic of this chapter, cell structure and function, that is prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. Okay. So first we are going to start with prokaryotic cell. So in prokaryotic cell, the cell is not having a well organized nucleus, means its nuclear membrane is absent and the genetic material is in direct contact with the cytoplasm. uh, Generally, what happened if this is a cell? Okay, so inside the cell, in its center, nucleus is present, and inside this nucleus, that is the nuclear membrane, the genetic material is present. Okay, but in case of a prokaryotic cell, what happened, that this is a cell, okay, and its genetic material is directly floating in the cytoplasm. There is no any presence of nuclear membrane. Okay, and then this uh, uh, in case of a prokaryotic cell, reproduction takes place by the process of binary fission. Binary fission means what? That if this is a one prokaryotic cell, okay, then it gets divided into two part. That is, this is the first and this is the second, and this further it forms a new prokaryotic cell. Okay, so generally cell divide itself by the process of binary fission. DNA is directly present in the cell cytoplasm, and its example is all bacteria are prokaryotic cell. And apart from this, various cell organelles are also absent in case of the prokaryotic cell, that we will see further in this topic. Now the next one is eukaryotic cell. So eukaryotic cell is having a well organized nuclear region with a distinct nuclear membrane. The organism composed of such cells are known as eukaryotes. Okay, so in case of eukaryotic cell, if this is a cell, okay, then in the center nucleus is present. Nucleus is having a well developed nuclear membrane. Inside this nuclear membrane, the genetic material is present. Okay, as you can see that this is a cell cytoplasm, and this is the nuclear material, that is the nucleoplasm, and the cell cytoplasm and genetic material are completely separated from each other because of the presence of nuclear membrane. Okay, eukaryotic cells may be unicellular or multicellular. It generally divide by a type of a cell division called mitosis and meiosis. And apart from that, membrane bound cell organelles are present. DNA is present inside the nucleus. Now in the next slide, we can see here is the difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So first point in prokaryotic cell is nucleus is not distinct. Okay, but here nucleus is distinct, means that in prokaryotic cell nucleus is not well developed, it is not having a nuclear membrane. But eukaryotic cell, nucleus is completely developed with which is having a nuclear membrane around it, and its genetic material are completely separated from that of cell cytoplasm. Okay, now membrane bound cell organelles are absent in case of a prokaryotic cell. So cell organelles means what? That is small organelles like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria. These are absent in prokaryotic cell, but in case of a eukaryotic cell, membrane bound cell organelles are present. As you can see here, the size of a prokaryotic cell is just 1 to 10 micrometer, but in a eukaryotic cell its size is 5 to 100 micrometer. Okay, now there are some of the similarities between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. So first is that both the cells are surrounded by plasma membrane. So this is what? Plasma membrane. The semi-fluid substance that is inside this, the semi-fluid substance is present, which is known as the cell cytoplasm. Okay, this is known as the cell cytoplasm, which is present in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. Both cell contains chromosome, that is both are having their own genetic material. Okay, it means that in eukaryotic, obviously it is present inside the nucleus, but both is having their own genetic material. Okay, and a single cell organelle which is present in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell, that is a ribosome, which is mainly responsible for the synthesis of protein. Okay, and this is the only organelle which is present in both prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Now, here are the comparative view of a prokaryotic and a eukaryotic cell. As you can see here in a diagram, in case of the prokaryotic cell, you can see here the genetic material. Okay, ribosome is present. In eukaryotic also ribosome is present. Okay, here is also cytoplasm, and here is also cytoplasm. Okay, cell wall is present. In case of a plant cell wall is present. Okay, that is the example of the eukaryotic cell. But apart from this, you can see that there are certain cell organelles which is present in eukaryotic cell, but it is absent in prokaryotic cell. As you can see here, this endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, then mitochondria, chloroplast, these are the cell organelles which is present in eukaryotic cell, but it is not present in prokaryotic cell. Now here is a comparative view of a prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. Okay, here you can clearly see the difference in the size. Okay, unbound nucleoid, membrane bound nucleus is present. Simple appendages, it is having a circular DNA, it is having a linear DNA. Generally binary fission takes place. Here mitosis takes place. No membrane bound organelles, membrane bound organelles is present. Complex cell wall, here cell wall is simple, but when it is present. Okay, here is a small, although ribosome is present, but their unit are different. Okay, now these are the difference. Okay, and these are the similarities. Okay, see, this is the similarities like flagella, chromosome, ribosome, plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and cell division. Okay, these are the similarities. These are the point which is taking place in both prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Okay, so yes student, this is all about the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. Thank you.